Hey, so let's say you meditated. You didn't get much sleep the night before, and you doze off. And all you want to do is just get your connection in, clear the junk that's going on with you. You want to get all these enlightened ideas. You want, creativity. Want to feel refreshed. Well, if you fall asleep during meditation, that is actually a great thing. A lot of people say, oh, I stopped doing meditation because I'd fall asleep all the time when I was meditating. Well, that's your body telling you that you're not getting enough rest. It needs rest. And I've talked about this in other videos, but sometimes you need a cat nap in the middle of the day. Lack of sleep decreases brain functionality or productivity, makes you more irritable, makes you forget things. I mean, it can even get to the point where it raises your stress levels, cortisol levels, and you can even start hallucinating if you don't get good sleep. And I know some people are just like on the go all the time. They're trying to run a business. They're trying to get a business started. They're working 3 jobs. They're doing something. They have insomnia, whatever it is. They're partying, whatever it may be. If you meditate, and every time you meditate you sleep, that means you need rest. And meditation is a great way to slip into sleep. It's some of the best sleep I've ever gotten is through meditation. Don't be afraid of that. I mean, there's a lot of times where I will meditate before bed, and that's how I go to sleep. Eventually, I get too tired to sit up with my eyes closed without laying down and letting go of my consciousness, basically. I did it just now, and obviously, and it felt great. I was trying to stay awake for it because I wanted. My ego was almost like, no, we've done meditation like before. This is not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to get enlightened. We're supposed to get cleared. Blah blah blah. We can't fall asleep. It's amazing how the ego is just so self-serving for itself. It's almost like the ego is it's a part of you, but it's its own entity, and it tries to serve itself before it serves you. It thinks you think it's trying to serve you, and that's the ego's job, is to pretend like it's with your best interest, and it's really the subconscious voice. It's not your actual conscious voice, like the one that's on the forefront, the top level thinking. It's on the bottom. It's under the radar. But even when something simple as sleep, it tries to trick you. It's so amazing. And if you never connected to yourself or meditated for periods of time, you would never catch this stuff. And people think they have awareness over themselves, but if they haven't done this kind of stuff, odds are that they probably don't have as much awareness as they think they do. And that's why the stuff is so amazing. And it seems hippy dippy. I like that term. I heard that the other day. It seems hippy dippy, seems cosmic, it seems out there, but it's really not. And what's more crazy, what's more insane to me, is the fact that people ignore everything, almost everything going on internally, until it is to the point where it starts causing problems or issues externally. And that's when they decide to act, if they decide to act at all. Sometimes people just ignore it and create more issues externally, or do things to distract or obstruct externally, and the issue's internal. We go to the gym for our bodies, we eat for our stomachs, we sleep for our energy, but we don't we don't take the mind to the gym. Like, I'm talking about the average person doesn't take their mind to the gym. And I can't wait to see a world where people do that, and that's like the norm. Like, I feel like more people go to the gym now than they did before, or at least we're more aware of it now. And if we're having this growing awareness with social media and technology in the age of information, then I don't see how it could not be that way, where more people are being more aware and meditating and doing yoga and self-reflecting and all that stuff. Don't mind the dog barking. But yeah, if you're meditating, and especially throughout the day, and you do cat nap, like, be fully aware that your body needed it, and it's absolutely okay for you to do that. And if you can't get the time commitment that you wanted to get in for meditation that day because you kept falling asleep, then you need the rest more than anything. The rest always precedes the meditation, and it is helping you get to that enlightened, light, free, loving, open space. Because if you're tired, it's harder to do that. Meditation, it refreshes you. It's like being in a energy chamber or something. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z as a kid, and they used to have these tanks they call it some kind of chamber, and they'd put a mask on them and so they could breathe, and they'd be inside this water tank, and it would revitalize them. That's kind of silly, but that's kind of how I feel when I meditate, especially when I'm tired. So it's all good. Cat nap, no problem. Stay sexy, friends. I'll see you soon.